Leo, do you remember last year when we tried to do the 25 Days of Christmas specials and failed miserably?
Yeah, the one that like dumpster fire. Yeah, I remember that.
All my subscribers blame you. This year, I decided to give you a second chance. We're coming back. We're not doing this every day. I cannot. I've learned I don't have the capacity to keep up with every day. But we're doing some Halloween specials, completely random. I don't know. If anybody has in the comments has any suggestions, feel free to let me know. But today, we're kicking it off with my favorite special from my favorite cartoon, Ed, Edd and Eddy's Boo Ha Ha. All right, Leo, tell them what the story is.
Oh, the story is,
Boo Ha Ha is a half-hour Halloween special in which the Eds attempt to find the town of Spookyville by using using a long since outdated map, courtesy of that bald-headed hoe we call Eddy's brother. 22-minute long special, aired on October 28th, 2005. You know what? Let me tell you, Leo. This is how you kick off a Halloween special. That fucking intro with the credits and they're all like grotesque-ass monsters and shit, and the cool score, which we'll get to that score later.
Yeah, I agree. It did. It felt like I don't want to say every horror movie ever, but like the good old ones that like you knew were either going to be real cheesy or real scary.
Eddy and Double D go catch up with Ed to get their Halloween shit started, and Ed's been watching Halloween movies for a while now. Here's the thing here. Here's where I started getting to thinking here. If school was today, and there are roughly 200 movies in Ed's room, and we're assuming Ed went to school that day. And detentions in Midwestern schools around late 90s, which is when Ed and Eddy takes place, are usually about 2 hours long. So let's assume he teleported somehow directly in front of that TV the millisecond that school bell rang, and let's give each horror movie around 30 minutes to an hour long time, just for time's sake. Ed would have had to have been watching 40 to 50 movies simultaneously, back to back, before that TV was finally shut off.
Nah, he was watching them 3 times the speed, dog.
Damn, I forgot about that. He was just watching. No wonder he's always like getting hot flashes of future parts in this episode, and also like fucking Friday the 13th.
All in his brain.
All right, the Eds get them out to Spookyville, and they're ready to get the Halloween shit started, and they get their costumes. Ed is Thor, but I guess I couldn't say Thor, so they said Lothar. Eddy's is actually pretty baller, I think Eddy deadass has the best costume here. That deadass looks good. And Double D, you know I love Double D, y'all. But, little dude, you were just asking to get bullied. What do you mean?
Guess what I am?
No. You're just asking to get whooped. What are you doing?
Yeah,
all right,
honestly,
moving
man.
along. You know, the Kanker sisters are always depressing me because last year we did Ed and Eddy's Jingle Jingle Jangle, and we learned that the Kankers have to celebrate every holiday on like poor mode. So for Christmas, there's no presents, there's no stockings. Those are just mittens hung up on the wall. Not mittens, they're fucking kitchen mitts hung up on the wall. And for Halloween, they're just roasting marshmallows with ketchup over a fucking grill that's probably not theirs because why else
Do
would it be
people
in the
not do
middle of
that?
the
Was I the poor one of the group?
What?
Oh God.
It's just so
Oh no.
All right, we're moving. Ed starts whooping everyone's ass. The background I noticed for Alien Jimmy scenes is Mandark's lab from Dexter's lab.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was wondering why it looked kind of familiar. I couldn't put my finger on it. That's interesting.
Yeah, speaking of Jimmy, Ed fucking rips out a stop sign and bashes that motherfucker so hard that he is just flat on the ground. How did you live? Ed's out here committing murders, bro. Which then intros us into Vampire Sarah. And in the background of her scene, you see a bunch of references to Edgar Allan Poe's Cask of Amontillado. Are you familiar with that story?
Yes.
Yeah, so you see the chasms with like the bricks put up where it's either, I don't remember his name, I think it's Fortunato or Aficionado, whatever his name is. He's there. I don't know why, I don't know what that has to do with vampires.
But he's there.
And then we move on to Kevin, and Kevin's interesting to me. Peak design. That's some good shit. That fucking horseman, what's it called? Headless, is it just Headless Horseman? There's a name for it.
The Headless Horseman.
There's a name for it, isn't it like All Hallows Eve or?
Yeah, or the Tales of Ichabod.
Oh yeah, that's it. Good design. And my thing is that you'd think not being in a costume would save you. But no, you're on a bike, so Ed thought, I know a horse when I see one. And even you've got your fucking
What
head.
here? Hooves? Is that a head?
Alright, now as terrifying as Spider Johnny is, why was he in a tree?
Bro, Johnny is almost always in a tree. Because, like, there was been a few episodes where they're coming to, like, scam people, and Johnny is just hanging from his
stuck in a
head.
tree. Alright, but right then he wasn't
In a
stuck,
tree.
though. He was just chilling in that fucking tree on Halloween
He
night.
learned.
Oh,
He learned.
he got down this time. Yeah, I noticed a lot of things in this movie. I noticed at the end when Ed's in that hole, for some reason has a lantern in it, and he kicks up the chair. If you pause it right, Ed has 4 feet. Which, is that an animation error? Or has Ed been a monster this whole time?
Oh God.
Speaking of that weird ass last scene, when they catch up to them, they're all rightfully mad for getting their ass beat. I noticed they're only beating Eddie and Double D. They didn't touch Ed. That trauma got to y'all, did it?
Bro, I mean, like, if he kicked your ass promptly, you gonna even look in that man's direction?
They know better.
Because they know they can beat them up, but not Ed.
It makes me want to go back and rewatch the series for the 300th time. When did they ever get Ed? Like, not Ed and not the three of them together and, like, mangle him or whatever. Did they ever actually, like, aspire to get Ed specifically? Or have they all known that he's not to be fucked with? If he really wants to hurt you, you're just gonna get hurt. All this leading to Spookyville. And Eddie's brother, for some reason, the bald-headed hoe that he is, went out of his way to design this map with actual clues, like the dentist stop sign and the abandoned hearse, and walk backwards 3 times. And you did all this for a map that leads back to the cul-de-sac? Why? Is this supposed to be funny? I don't get what you got out of it. You're not even here for the joke.
I don't think there was a joke. I think he likes torturing her.
I think he's just evil. I don't think it's supposed to be funny. It's just a waste of Eddie's time. He wasted his Halloween. They got no candy. They just got an ass beating.
They really did. Oh my God, they really didn't. They didn't get any candy.
Not at all.
They just got an ass beating, except for Ed.
They held on to Jimmy's candy for a second, but they had to give it to Johnny for an offering, so they didn't get any candy. He just wasted their time.
Damn.
All right, now
Sad.
a little bit of just a hint of trivia. This was Danny Antonucci's, the creator of Eddy's, favorite episode. To this day, he loves the Halloween episode. Like, he's always about like cartoonish gore or cartoonish grotesque shit. So I appreciate that. You can tell where he had his input in. I no doubt he designed all the horror mode forms everybody. When Ed smacks Rolf in the eye and blinds him, he says to them,
Quickly! Before the troll's mother shows up!
He's referencing Grindel from the Beowulf.
Yeah, I remember Beowulf.
Yeah, I watched the version where Beowulf just keeps fucking everything. All right, last bit of trivia. Patrick Cade, the man who worked on the musical score for this, won a, drumroll, Leo Award in 2006 for Best Musical Score in Animation Programs. Yep.
A Me Award?
Yeah.
Is it just a golden Me?
I mean, it's dead now. Nobody can win that now. But back then,
What?
early 2000s, when we were both eating dirt and shitting ourselves, that was an award you could win. All right, all in all, as y'all can tell, we dig it. We appreciate this. This is what a Halloween special is about. It doesn't have to be some big theatrical thing. Just taking your favorite characters in these kid shows and saying, let's see what they dress up as. Let's see what they're doing this Halloween. Good stuff, bro. I got Eddie getting his shit rocked. I got Double D being the precious bundle of joy that he is, and he also got his shit rocked. I get Ed beating the fuck out of a bunch of kids that fucking deserved it. The only one that didn't deserve that ass beating was Naz. And also, why does it turn off at the end? When Eddie and Double D are getting their asses beat, and Ed starts flashing his eyes, and he sees them playing in the meadow, that has nothing to do with horror.
Oh, well, that's because all of the movies ran out, and his PTSD was over.
He ran out of movies. Final verdict for me, this shit's fucking peak. I promise y'all, take a minute and go watch Ed, Edd and Eddy's Boo Ha Ha. This shit is fucking peak. This is exactly what a Halloween special should be. We will be back. I might even bring Ace and CJ on for a couple. We'll be back for, I don't know, fucking...
Scary Godmother?
Yeah, why not? What did you just say?
She was hot.
Oh, the 3D one? Oh, God. Okay, the Scary Godmother's Halloween Spectacular.
She was hot.
I might throw in... We might do Billy and Mandy twice. We might do the Jack episode. We might do Underfist Halloween Bash. I got ideas. Just let us cook one time.
I'll make them into one video.
Oh, God. Maybe, who knows? Maybe, actually, we might just. All right, King of the Dead and Madman the Leo signing off till next time. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
You and CJ have a real bad habit of continually talking after I already said we're gone.